From CNN Center, this is CNN Sunday Morning. It's March 4th, 2012. Good morning, I'm Gary Tuckman. Welcome to the servicemen and women watching on the American Forces Network. Well, an actress killed off the show Desperate Housewives sues for wrongful termination. Nicolette Sheridan says her dispute with the show's creator all started over a slap. We'll talk about it next. American Idol has been the gold standard for a successful TV show for more than a decade now. But the singing competition that's made stars of Kelly Clarkson, Jennifer Hudson, Carrie Underwood has been losing viewers. About 5 million people have tuned out from last season. Joining me now is entertainment journalist Jawn Murray. Jawn, it's nice to have you here again.
Good morning, Gary.
Are people starting to just get over this talent contest?
Well, that seems to be the case. Folks are tuning out, and surprisingly so now, The Voice is actually beating it in the ratings. It's not even just beating it in the overall ratings, but it's outperforming it in key demographics. It seems like folks are bored with American Idol.
So how is The Voice besting American Idol? How's that happening, do you think, with your expertise?
Well, I think The Voice is now focused on talent. I mean, it's all about the talent. You don't see the long lines. You don't see the people wearing the costumes and who can't sing. If American Idol wants to survive, and I really think it's run its course, it has got to get back to the singing. I suggest they do an all-star singing, all-star season. Bring back some of the previous contestants from the past that didn't win, supersize the prizes, and then try it again.
Supersize the prizes. Sounds very fast foodish of you, Jawn. Meanwhile, on to another topic. On Oscar Sunday, media mogul Sean Diddy Combs wrote this on Twitter. He said, "God has blessed me with a nomination as a producer for the documentary Undefeated." And then he added this tweet. He said, "God is greatest. Thank you, Undefeated." But what I want to ask you, Jawn, is he didn't actually win anything, did he?
He sure didn't, Gary. He went on to say, "I got to promote my new TV network and I won an Oscar today." But you can't win what you're not nominated for. I mean, God is great, but he's not going to give you what belongs to somebody else. Apparently, Diddy signed on to be a producer of this new film, the documentary Undefeated. It was nominated for an Oscar before he signed on. The announcement just came out on February the 9th, which was 2.5 weeks before the ceremony. So he went to support the film. He's trying to bring more visibility to the documentary, and he's involved in turning the documentary into a feature film. So he didn't win an Oscar. He kind of misled the public. I understand his excitement about the documentary, but you got to tell the truth, Diddy.
All right, well, the former Puff Daddy may have puffed it up a little bit. Meanwhile, let's move on to actress Nicolette Sheridan. We were just talking about that, her $4 million lawsuit against ABC's Desperate Housewives. What do you know about that situation?
Well, if you listen to Nicolette Sheridan, Desperate Housewives sounds more like the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, she's mad because she said she was written out of the script. She's suing for wrongful termination, and she said the show's creator, Mark Cherry, hit her. Now, he said, well, I did hit her, but it wasn't like she's saying. He said, I was rehearsing some lines with her. I was giving her an example of how I wanted her to execute one of the parts. Now, she claims that he got mad because she didn't like one of the scripts. There was some line in there with a reference to a Beatles song, and so she's saying that because she complained, because he struck her, and because she went to the brass about it, that's why he wrote her out of the script. So she was in court on Friday, and there's a report out that said she kind of lost her cool during cross-examination when they accused her of embellishing the whole thing.
Is it a desperate lawsuit? Stay tuned, right, Jawn Murray?
Stay tuned, and her former co-stars will be testifying against her.
Yeah, no, that'll be good television fare in itself. Jawn Murray, it's always good talking to you. Thank you very much, okay?
Thanks, Gary.